Ladies and gentlemen, life, by its very nature, is filled with unpredictable challenges. No matter who you are or where you come from, there will be moments when things don't go as planned. Whether it's a personal setback, a professional challenge, or unexpected circumstances that seem to knock us off course, adversity will always find its way into our lives. These challenges can come in many forms: a failed project, a difficult relationship, health issues, financial struggles, or even a global crisis that changes the world as we know it. The key to navigating these obstacles, however, lies not in their presence, but in how we respond to them. How we react when things go wrong is what truly defines our success. It is easy to feel defeated when faced with difficulties. It's natural to question ourselves, our goals, and even our worth when things seem to be falling apart. But here's the truth: adversity is not something that happens to us, it is something that happens for us. Think about the stories of those who have risen to greatness. Behind every successful individual, there's a story of struggle, failure, and moments where they could have easily given up. Oprah Winfrey, for instance, was told she was unfit for television early in her career. Walt Disney was once fired by a newspaper editor for lacking creativity. Both of them, however, chose to persevere, not because they were immune to adversity, but because they chose to respond to their setbacks with resilience and determination. Adversity challenges us, yes, but it also offers us opportunities for growth. Every obstacle forces us to question our approach, reevaluate our methods, and become more creative in how we move forward. In fact, many of the most significant breakthroughs in history were born from moments of hardship when individuals chose to persevere instead of giving in to failure. The obstacles we face often push us to evolve, to think outside the box, and to become stronger versions of ourselves. In the face of adversity, we are given two options. We can either surrender and let the challenge define us, or we can rise above it, learn from it, and let it refine us. The difference between success and failure is often not the absence of obstacles, but the ability to face them with resilience and a positive mindset. So when the inevitable challenges come your way, and they will remember that how you choose to respond is what truly matters. Do you see the setback as a wall that's stopping you, or as a stepping stone that's helping you grow? The choice is yours, and that choice will ultimately determine the path you take towards success. When we think about success, it's easy to focus on the end result, the triumph, the victory, the moment when everything finally falls into place. We look at people who have achieved great things and imagine that their journey was a smooth one. But the truth is, success is not a linear path. It's not about avoiding failure or creating a life without difficulties. It's about how we handle the challenges we encounter along the way. Perseverance is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who give up too soon. We often think of failure as something negative, something to be avoided at all costs. But in reality, failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of the journey to success. Every successful person, from inventors like Thomas Edison to athletes like Michael Jordan, has faced failure. What sets them apart is not that they never failed, it's that they refused to let failure stop them. Take Michael Jordan, for example. He was cut from his high school basketball team. Can you imagine the humiliation and self-doubt he must have felt in that moment? Yet, instead of giving up, he used that setback as motivation to work even harder. His persistence paid off, and he went on to become one of the greatest basketball players of all time. If he had let that failure define him, we would never have witnessed the incredible legacy he created. Perseverance is about understanding that setbacks are a normal part of life, not a reflection of our worth or abilities. It's about continuing forward, even when things get tough, when the road seems long, and when success feels out of reach. It's easy to be motivated when everything is going well, when progress is visible and clear. But true perseverance is demonstrated when you keep going even when progress seems slow or when failure feels overwhelming. The key to persevering through setbacks is maintaining belief in yourself and your vision, even when the path gets difficult. It's about staying committed to your goals, even when the world around you may be telling you to quit. Perseverance means that you keep showing up, doing the work, and pushing forward, even on days when you feel like giving up. It's not about taking giant leaps every day, but about making small, consistent efforts toward your goal. These small steps accumulate over time, creating momentum, and eventually lead to success. When you persist through challenges, you develop a deeper sense of resilience and inner strength. You begin to trust yourself more and learn to embrace failure as a lesson rather than a setback. The most successful people in history did not let difficult times define their journey. Instead, they use those times to fuel their determination. Perseverance is the act of pushing through not because you're immune to struggles, but because you understand that growth happens through adversity. It's the continuous pursuit of improvement, even when results are not immediate or obvious. So when you face setbacks, and don't see them as signs to stop. Instead, view them as opportunities to demonstrate your perseverance, your resilience, and your commitment to your dreams. Success doesn't belong to the ones who avoid failure, it belongs to those who continue moving forward, no matter how many times they fall down. In the end, it is perseverance that defines us, because it's the persistence, the refusal to quit, and the courage to keep going that makes all the difference. Success is not about avoiding failure, it's about pushing through the setbacks, continuing despite the difficulties, and refusing to give up on the journey toward your dreams. Failure is often seen as a roadblock, a sign that we are not good enough, that we've reached the end of the road, or that success is simply out of our reach. But this perspective couldn't be further from the truth. In fact, failure is not the opposite of success, it's an essential part of the journey toward it. Failure is not defeat, it is a teacher. Each time we fail, we are presented with an opportunity to learn, grow, and refine our approach. When we fail, we are often forced to confront what isn't working, what needs to be improved, and where we can do better. Failure challenges us to take a step back and reevaluate. It forces us to question our methods and look for new ways to approach our goals. In doing so, failure provides us with the clarity and wisdom we need to move forward more effectively. Consider the story of J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before she became one of the most successful authors in history, Rowling faced numerous rejections. Her manuscript was turned down by 12 different publishers. Imagine the self-doubt and frustration she must have felt. But instead of giving up, she used each rejection as a lesson. She learned that persistence was key, and that success often comes after multiple failures. Her resilience paid off, and the Harry Potter books went on to become global bestsellers, inspiring millions of readers around the world. Or think about Steve Jobs, who was famously ousted from Apple, the company he founded. That failure could have ended his career, but instead it became a turning point. Jobs took the lessons he had learned from his first stint at Apple, and when he returned years later, he transformed the company into one of the most valuable and innovative in the world. His failure taught him humility, the importance of innovation, and the need to trust in his own vision. Every time we fail, we are given an opportunity to redefine our strategies, develop greater resilience, and build a deeper understanding of ourselves. Failure allows us to experiment, take risks, and sometimes even make mistakes that can lead to breakthroughs we never could have anticipated. It teaches us that the path to success is rarely straightforward. Instead, it is winding and full of detours, but each setback brings us closer to the right solution. One of the most valuable lessons we can learn from failure is the importance of embracing a growth mindset. This means viewing challenges and setbacks as opportunities for learning rather than as reflections of our inability. Instead of asking, "Why did I fail?" we can ask, "What can I learn from this experience?" Each failure, no matter how painful, can lead to a new perspective, a new skill, or a new understanding that strengthens our resolve and prepares us for future challenges. Moreover, failure teaches us patience and persistence. It is often said that success doesn't come overnight, and failure is one of the greatest reminders of this truth. The most successful people didn't get there by avoiding failure, they got there by failing, learning, and continuing to move forward despite their setbacks. The more we fail, the more we learn about our limits and our capabilities. And with each lesson learned, we build the mental and emotional strength needed to face even greater challenges. So the next time you face failure, remember, it is not a sign to quit. It is an invitation to reflect, learn, and grow. Failure is not the end of the road, it is simply a pit stop along the way. Each failure teaches us something new about ourselves and the world around us, bringing us one step closer to success. Embrace failure, learn from it, and use it to fuel your journey forward. By doing so, we not only become more capable and more knowledgeable, but we also cultivate the resilience and perseverance necessary to overcome whatever challenges lie ahead. Success, after all, is not built on avoiding failure, it's built on learning from it and continuing to move forward. No matter what throughout history, there are countless examples of individuals who have achieved greatness, not because they were perfect or because they never faced setbacks, but because they possessed an unwavering commitment to keep going, no matter how many times they failed. Thomas Edison and Serena Williams are two of the most prominent examples of this. Thomas Edison, often regarded as one of the greatest inventors of all time, is a perfect example of how perseverance leads to success. Most people know him for inventing the light bulb, but what they may not realize is how many failures and rejections he encountered before achieving that breakthrough. Edison didn't discover the right materials for the light bulb on his first try, or even his 10th, or his 100th. In fact, he went through thousands of attempts before he succeeded. When asked about his repeated failures, he famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Think about that for a moment, 10,000 failures before he found the one solution that changed the world. Edison's story teaches us that it's not about getting things right on the first try. It's about learning from each failure, adjusting, and trying again until success is achieved. Perfection was never the goal for Edison. Perseverance was. His willingness to keep moving forward, despite repeated failures, is what ultimately led to some of the most groundbreaking inventions in history. Similarly, the legendary tennis player Serena Williams embodies the power of perseverance. Serena's career has been filled with both monumental victories and devastating setbacks. She has faced injuries, criticism, and moments where it seemed like her career might be over. But through it all, she has demonstrated incredible resilience. After several surgeries and long periods of recovery, Serena came back stronger than ever, proving that setbacks do not define us. How we choose to respond to them does. She's faced defeat countless times, but instead of letting those losses define her, she has used them as motivation to improve, evolve, and rise to even greater heights. So when you face challenges on your own journey, think of Edison and Serena. Remember that setbacks are simply part of the process, not the end of the road. It's your perseverance, not perfection, that will lead you to greatness. Keep going, keep learning, and most importantly, keep believing in yourself, because success belongs to those who refuse to give up. Adversity is often viewed as something to be feared or avoided, a barrier that stands in the way of our goals and happiness. But what if we saw challenges differently? What if we viewed them as opportunities for growth, as experiences that shape us into stronger, more resilient individuals? The truth is that overcoming adversity doesn't just help us survive, it helps us thrive. Each time we face a challenge, whether it's a personal hardship, a professional setback, or a difficult life circumstance, we are given the chance to build something valuable within ourselves. Resilience is one of the greatest gifts we gain from adversity. It's the ability to bounce back, to keep going after a fall, and to adapt in the face of change. When we experience difficulties and manage to keep moving forward, we develop a deeper understanding of our own inner strength. We learn that even when things get tough, we are capable of more than we might have ever thought possible. Think about the process of physical training, the way our muscles grow stronger after being challenged and stretched. Similarly, facing adversity stretches our mental and emotional muscles, forcing us to confront discomfort, navigate uncertainty, and build a foundation of strength that will support us in the future. Every hardship we overcome becomes a building block for our resilience. The more we face, the stronger we become. Consider someone who has gone through a major life challenge like a serious illness, the loss of a loved one, or a financial setback. In the midst of such hardship, it can feel overwhelming, even impossible to keep going. But in those moments, the seeds of personal growth are being sown. Through persistence and perseverance, we develop a greater sense of self-reliance and self-awareness. We begin to understand what we are truly capable of and discover the depths of our inner strength. In this way, challenges not only help us become more resilient, they teach us courage, humility, and patience. But the benefits of overcoming adversity don't stop at resilience. Each challenge we face builds character. It's through hardship that we learn important life lessons, such as empathy, compassion, and the ability to see the world through the eyes of others. Going through tough times gives us the ability to understand and connect with others who may be experiencing similar struggles. We learn that life isn't always easy, but it's these very struggles that shape who we are and how we respond to the world. For instance, someone who has faced financial difficulties might develop a deep sense of gratitude for the small things in life, like a stable job or the support of family and friends. Those who have experienced personal loss may develop a deeper empathy for others going through grief, as they understand the emotional pain and healing process. These experiences build character because they foster qualities that make us not only more resilient, but also more compassionate, humble, and wise. Moreover, overcoming challenges builds strength, not just physical strength, but emotional, mental, and psychological strength as well. Every time we face adversity and choose to push through it, we become more adept at handling the stress and pressures of life. We learn how to manage our emotions, maintain our focus, and keep our determination strong. With each challenge we conquer, we develop a greater ability to withstand future difficulties, knowing that we have the tools and the mindset to overcome them. The more adversity we encounter and rise above, the better equipped we are to handle whatever lies ahead. It's not that we stop facing challenges, it's that we become more capable of navigating them. The next time we're faced with difficulty, we approach it with confidence, knowing that we've overcome hardships before and can do so again. This personal growth through adversity becomes a cycle. Each challenge we overcome not only strengthens us in the present, but also prepares us for the future. Ultimately, adversity doesn't just test us, it transforms us. The strength, resilience, and character we develop in the face of hardship are what help us become the people we are meant to be. Every struggle, every setback, every failure is an opportunity to evolve, to grow stronger, and to become more capable of handling life's next challenge. Far from being something to fear, adversity is the very thing that prepares us to achieve greater success, live with greater purpose, and face future struggles with confidence and courage. So when life presents you with challenges, remember this: you are growing, you are becoming stronger, more resilient, and more capable with every step you take through adversity. The challenges you face today are not just obstacles, they are the lessons that will prepare you for a brighter, more successful tomorrow. Resilience is often seen as something we either have or don't have, a quality that some are simply born with. But the truth is, resilience is not an inborn trait. It is a skill, a muscle that we can develop and strengthen over time. Just like any other skill, resilience grows through consistent effort, learning from experience, and the willingness to step outside our comfort zones. To understand this better, think of resilience as a tool that we build through practice. When we face challenges or difficult situations, we have an opportunity to use resilience to push through. But every time we overcome an obstacle or persist in the face of adversity, we strengthen this skill. Resilience grows from action, not just from thinking about it or wishing for it. It's something we cultivate by making the decision to keep going, even when things are tough. One of the key ways resilience develops is through learning. Every time we encounter a setback, we are given the chance to reflect and learn from the experience. What worked? What didn't? How can we improve the next time? These reflections don't just help us move past the specific challenge at hand, they teach us valuable lessons about our own abilities and strategies for coping with difficulties. By learning from failure and taking actionable steps to improve, we build greater mental and emotional endurance, making us more resilient in the long run. Take the example of an athlete training for a marathon. In the beginning, it's challenging. The body is not accustomed to the long distances, and the mind may struggle with feelings of doubt or exhaustion. But over time, the athlete doesn't just get physically stronger, their mental toughness develops as well. They learn to push through discomfort, to manage their self-talk, and to keep going even when their body is telling them to stop. Each training session, each small victory over the temptation to quit, strengthens their ability to handle the challenges of the race. Through this process, they learn the value of persistence and build resilience in ways that only experience can teach. Resilience also grows through pushing past discomfort. One of the reasons resilience is often mistaken as a fixed trait is that many people assume it means never feeling challenged or overwhelmed. In reality, resilience is developed in moments of discomfort, stress, or adversity. It's the ability to continue moving forward, even when it feels difficult or when failure seems imminent. True resilience isn't the absence of discomfort, it's the ability to persevere despite it. The more we push through discomfort, whether it's physical, emotional, or mental, the more we build our ability to handle future challenges with strength and calm. Think of it like building a muscle in the gym. In the beginning, lifting weights feels difficult, even painful. The muscles are sore, and it can feel like progress is slow. But with time and consistent effort, the muscles grow stronger, and what once seemed difficult becomes easier. The same principle applies to resilience. Every time we face adversity and choose to push through despite discomfort, we are training ourselves to become more resilient in the face of future challenges. The discomfort we experience today becomes the foundation for the mental toughness we rely on tomorrow. Another important factor in building resilience is embracing a growth mindset, the belief that we can improve through effort and learning. People with a growth mindset view challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for development. They believe that with each failure or setback, they are gaining valuable skills and knowledge that will help them become stronger. This mindset shifts the focus from I can't do this to I can't do this yet. When we embrace this mindset, we naturally begin to see challenges as stepping stones, not roadblocks, which empowers us to keep going, even when it's hard. Resilience also requires self-compassion, the understanding that setbacks are part of the journey and that we don't need to be perfect. Being kind to ourselves when we struggle or fail is crucial in maintaining the motivation to keep going. Resilient people don't view their failures as signs of weakness, but as necessary learning experiences. They recognize that everyone faces adversity and that how we treat ourselves in those moments determines our ability to bounce back. The great thing about resilience is that, unlike some other qualities, it's available to everyone. No one is born with limitless resilience, but everyone has the ability to develop it. It's about consistently putting one foot in front of the other, learning from our experiences and pushing through discomfort. It's about facing challenges head-on, knowing that each one we overcome strengthens our ability to handle whatever comes next. So when you face difficulties in your own life, remember resilience isn't something you're born with, it's something you develop through your actions. It's not about never feeling defeated, but about the courage to stand up again and again. Each time you push through adversity, you are building your resilience, and each challenge you overcome is making you stronger and more capable of facing the next one. Resilience is not a destination, it's a continuous process of growth, learning, and pushing past discomfort. And the more you practice it, the stronger you'll become. In life, we often view adversity as something negative, an unwanted interruption to our plans, a source of frustration, or even a sign that we are on the wrong path. However, this perspective can limit our potential. What if we changed our mindset and saw adversity not as a hindrance, but as a powerful catalyst for growth? Instead of being roadblocks, obstacles can be stepping stones, leading us to new heights of personal and professional development. When we face adversity, we are challenged to adapt in ways we might not have considered before. The comfort zones we live in, where things are predictable and easy, may feel safe, but they rarely push us to grow. It's when we are faced with the unknown, the uncomfortable, or the seemingly impossible that we are forced to tap into reserves of creativity, resilience, and problem-solving abilities that we might not have even known we had. Adversity compels us to stretch beyond our limits, to think in new ways, and to develop new skills. For instance, consider a person who is faced with the sudden loss of a job. Initially, it may feel like a devastating blow, an obstacle that has completely upended their life. But this adversity also creates an opportunity for growth. It may push the person to explore new career paths, learn new skills, or consider entrepreneurship. It may encourage them to reevaluate their values, what they truly want out of their professional life, and how they can better align their work with their passions. In this way, the adversity of losing a job can become a powerful motivator for change and personal growth, pushing the individual to adapt and develop new strengths they might not have discovered otherwise. Obstacles can also act as teachers, forcing us to learn more about ourselves and the world around us. When we're faced with a challenge, we often have to find new solutions, experiment with different approaches, and embrace the possibility of failure as part of the learning process. These lessons, though often hard-won, make us more capable and resourceful. They equip us with the knowledge we need to tackle future challenges with greater confidence and skill. Take, for example, someone who faces a health crisis. While the physical and emotional toll can be immense, many people who have gone through such experiences find that it teaches them profound lessons about gratitude, mental strength, and prioritization. What might have seemed like an insurmountable obstacle at first becomes a life-altering experience that deepens their understanding of health, personal well-being, and the importance of support systems. In the process, they often emerge stronger and more capable of facing adversity in the future because of the lessons learned during the struggle. Moreover, adversity forces us to build resilience, a quality that is essential for navigating life's inevitable ups and downs. When we experience difficulties, we don't just get knocked down and stay down. We are challenged to rise, to regroup, and to keep moving forward, even if it's one small step at a time. This process of facing and overcoming challenges is what builds the mental and emotional fortitude that will serve us well throughout our lives. Resilience is built in the fire of adversity. It's strengthened through repetition and persistence. The more we face challenges and adapt to them, the stronger we become in our ability to manage stress, uncertainty, and change. Think of Olympic athletes who dedicate their lives to achieving the highest level of success in their sport. Their training isn't easy, it's filled with physical discomfort, injury, and failure. But these challenges don't break them, they fuel their growth. Every injury, every setback is an opportunity to learn more about their bodies, their limits, and their mental toughness. They adapt, adjust their approach, and continue to push forward, knowing that each obstacle makes them stronger and more prepared for the next challenge. Their successes are not built on a smooth, uninterrupted path, but on a series of struggles and triumphs that build upon each other. Adversity forces us to shift our perspective on what it means to succeed. We often think that success is about reaching the end goal without encountering any setbacks, but in reality, success is built on how we navigate and learn from the challenges along the way. It's through failure, struggle, and adversity that we learn the most about what we're truly capable of and about the world around us. Each challenge offers us a chance to refine our strategies, improve our mindset, and become more resilient in the face of future struggles. In fact, some of the most successful people in history, from Albert Einstein to Oprah Winfrey, have faced adversity that could have easily derailed their dreams. Einstein was considered a poor student in school and faced numerous failures in his scientific endeavors before his groundbreaking work revolutionized our understanding of physics. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for television and faced personal and professional setbacks, yet she turned those challenges into fuel for her meteoric rise as a media mogul. Both of these individuals understood that adversity is not the end of the road, it is the very thing that sharpens our skills, tests our resilience, and ultimately propels us forward towards success. When we begin to see adversity as fuel for growth, we stop dreading challenges and start embracing them as opportunities. Each obstacle we face is a chance to adapt, learn, and become stronger, to build the qualities we need to overcome future struggles with grace and perseverance. Obstacles are not roadblocks, they are opportunities for personal development, the key moments that shape us into the best version of ourselves. The next time you face a challenge, remember it's not just something to overcome, it's something that can propel you to new heights of growth and achievement. When we think of success, it's easy to imagine large, dramatic achievements, the big promotions, the published books, the Olympic gold medals. These moments often seem like the culmination of effort, but what we often overlook is that success is built in the small, everyday actions we take over time. The truth is, success doesn't happen overnight. It's the small, consistent steps that lead to big results. Each little effort we make, no matter how insignificant it may seem in the moment, compounds over time to create something extraordinary. Think about how a single drop of water might seem harmless, almost invisible on its own. But when thousands of drops fall in the same place over and over again, they wear away rocks, shaping landscapes over time. This is how small actions contribute to long-term success. Each small step may feel insignificant in the grand scheme of things, but when compounded, they build momentum and create lasting change. Take the example of someone training for a marathon. It's not one long run that makes them ready to race. It's the daily training, the commitment to putting in miles day after day, week after week, regardless of the weather or how they're feeling. On any given day, a few miles might not seem like much, and there will be days when the progress feels slow. However, as the training continues, those daily runs add up, gradually building endurance, strength, and mental toughness. When race day arrives, the athlete is able to complete the marathon because of the consistent effort they put in each day. They didn't reach the finish line by taking a few giant leaps, they got there step by step, run by run. This idea of small steps leading to big results is just as true in other areas of life. In personal growth, it's the daily habits we form, whether it's reading a few pages of a book, practicing a new skill for 15 minutes, or meditating for 5 minutes, that gradually shape us into the person we want to become. The small, consistent actions we take each day may feel like they aren't making much difference in the short term, but over the course of weeks, months, and years, they create profound change. Similarly, in professional life, it's the little actions we take every day that ultimately build a successful career. It's showing up early, doing our work with diligence, learning a new tool or technique, building relationships with colleagues, and taking on small challenges that gradually prepare us for larger opportunities. Success in a career isn't about one big breakthrough, it's about the daily commitment to improvement, even in the smallest of actions. Each small, persistent effort gradually increases our skill, knowledge, and influence, until one day we realize that the small steps we've taken have brought us to a position of success. Consistency and persistence are key to this process. It's easy to be motivated when the goal feels near, when the finish line is visible. But success is more about showing up even when the goal feels distant, when the progress is slow, and when the results don't seem to be materializing immediately. Consistency doesn't require perfection, it requires dedication, even when the outcome isn't immediate. It's about committing to progress, not perfection, and understanding that it's the cumulative effect of these efforts that leads to significant achievements over time. The concept of small steps leading to big results is echoed in the success stories of countless individuals who achieved greatness through persistence. Take J.K. Rowling, for instance. Her first book, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, was rejected by 12 publishers before it was finally accepted. Despite these rejections, she continued to write, revise, and improve her work. Each rejection, though discouraging, was a small step forward in her journey, teaching her resilience and perseverance. Eventually, her dedication paid off, and today the Harry Potter series is one of the best-selling book franchises in history. Her story is a testament to the power of small, consistent efforts leading to a larger breakthrough. Similarly, consider Warren Buffett, one of the world's most successful investors. His wealth didn't come from one massive investment, but from decades of thoughtful, small investments made consistently over time. Buffett often emphasizes the importance of patience and compounding, explaining that the key to his success is his ability to make smart decisions consistently and let them grow over the long term. His success wasn't the result of any single major win, but rather the small, steady steps he took in his approach to investing, which compounded into immense wealth. In both examples, the key element is persistence, the willingness to continue taking small steps, even when immediate rewards aren't visible. Success doesn't require giant leaps, it requires a commitment to consistent action, a willingness to keep going even when progress seems slow or unnoticeable. Each small step is part of a larger journey, and over time, these steps build a foundation for great accomplishments. So as you work toward your own goals, remember that small steps matter. The little things you do every day, even when they don't feel significant in the moment, are what ultimately lead to big results. Whether it's writing a paragraph every day, saving a small amount of money regularly, or learning something new each day, consistency compounds. The more you commit to making progress, no matter how small, the closer you will get to the success you desire. Success is not about perfection. It's about the daily, persistent effort to move forward. Keep taking those small steps, and over time, they will lead you to great results. At the heart of resilience is self-belief, the unshakable confidence in our own abilities to face challenges, adapt to difficult situations, and ultimately overcome adversity. Resilience is not just about how we react to setbacks, it's about having the inner conviction that we can handle whatever comes our way. Self-belief gives us the strength to move forward, even when the path seems uncertain or the obstacles appear insurmountable. It's the quiet voice inside us that says, I can do this even when everything around us suggests otherwise. Self-belief is the foundation upon which resilience is built. Without it, we are more likely to give up in the face of adversity or let fear dictate our actions. But with a strong sense of self-belief, we begin to approach challenges with a mindset that is focused on solutions rather than obstacles. When we truly believe that we are capable of handling whatever life throws at us, we naturally become more determined and resourceful in navigating those challenges. Believing in ourselves doesn't mean that we expect everything to go perfectly, but it means that we trust in our ability to adapt, learn, and grow in the process. One of the most powerful aspects of self-belief is that it shifts our perspective. When we have confidence in ourselves, we view setbacks as temporary challenges, not permanent failures. For example, if we fail at a task or make a mistake, instead of seeing it as a reflection of our worth, we view it as an opportunity for learning and growth. This mindset is a critical element of resilience because it allows us to keep pushing forward, even when things don't go as planned. In conclusion, self-belief is the cornerstone of resilience. It empowers us to face challenges with confidence, persist through difficulties, and ultimately triumph in the face of adversity. When we believe in ourselves, we are more likely to push through tough times, learn from setbacks, and grow stronger in the process. Resilience is not just about enduring hardship, it's about believing that we have the strength, the skills, and the inner resolve to overcome whatever comes our way. So cultivate self-belief, and you'll find that resilience becomes not just a trait, but a powerful force that propels you forward no matter the obstacles you face. The journey towards success is often portrayed as a straight path, where hard work and determination lead to inevitable, smooth victory. However, the truth is far from that idealized image. Success is not about avoiding challenges or setbacks. It's about how we navigate the difficult times, how we respond when the road gets tough, and how we rise stronger each time we face adversity. True greatness is found not in the moments of easy triumph, but in the resilience we show in the face of hardship. Every successful person you admire, from entrepreneurs to athletes to scientists, has faced moments of failure, doubt, and significant obstacles. What sets them apart is not that they avoided difficulties, but that they continued moving forward despite them. It's easy to keep going when things are going well, but the true test of success comes when things aren't easy, when the path is full of bumps, detours, and roadblocks. That's when the journey becomes transformative. Think about someone like Thomas Edison. His path to creating a light bulb wasn't a quick success. In fact, he failed over 1,000 times before achieving his breakthrough. Imagine how easy it would have been to give up after 100 failures or 1,000. Yet, he didn't see failure as an end, but as part of the process. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work." His story is a powerful reminder that the road to success is rarely smooth, and that success is built upon overcoming challenges and learning from mistakes. Edison's resilience, his ability to keep going in the face of failure, is what eventually led to the incredible success of his inventions. In the same way, Serena Williams, one of the greatest tennis players of all time, faced numerous challenges throughout her career. She struggled with injuries, personal challenges, and moments of self-doubt. Yet each time she encountered a setback, she used it as an opportunity to learn and grow, to come back stronger. Despite being knocked down, she kept getting up. Her determination and ability to bounce back time and again have been key to her long-lasting success in a highly competitive field. When we look at these stories, we see a common thread. The most successful people are those who don't give up when they face obstacles. They rise after each fall. They use each failure as an opportunity to learn, adapt, and improve. Success is not about avoiding difficulty, but rather about developing the mental and emotional resilience to continue the pursuit of our goals, even when the path is anything but easy. The road to success is not linear. There will be moments of doubt, frustration, and uncertainty. There will be times when we feel like giving up or when the world seems to be against us. But it's in those moments that our character is forged. It's how we choose to rise, how we pick ourselves up and keep going, that defines who we are and shapes the outcomes of our efforts. Adversity can teach us valuable lessons. Every setback brings an opportunity to reassess our approach, refine our strategies, and become better versions of ourselves. The greatest successes often come after the deepest challenges, because those challenges force us to dig deeper, work harder, and push through our own limitations. Each failure is an opportunity to improve, and each obstacle is a chance to build our strength, perseverance, and grit. There's a reason why so many successful people describe their journey as one of constant learning and evolution. The obstacles they faced weren't roadblocks, they were building blocks that helped them grow into who they are today. Take Oprah Winfrey, for example. She was told she was unfit for television early in her career, faced personal tragedies, and went through a difficult rise to stardom. Yet she kept going. Her ability to rise after each setback, to learn from her failures, and to keep improving despite the odds, turned her into one of the most influential media moguls in the world. The ability to continue despite adversity is what makes the road to success worthwhile. Every person who has achieved greatness has had to face and conquer difficulties. These challenges aren't the exceptions, they are the rule. The sooner we accept that the journey will be filled with obstacles, the better prepared we will be to face them. Success is not for the faint of heart. It's for those who are willing to endure, to persist, and to grow through hardship. It's about showing up every day, no matter how difficult the circumstances may be, and choosing to move forward, even when the future is unclear. To succeed, we must embrace the hard parts of the journey, because it's in the struggle where growth occurs. The road to success is like climbing a mountain. It's steep, it's challenging, and at times it may feel like we won't reach the top. But the reward comes from the climb itself, from the lessons learned on the way up, and from the inner strength we build by continuing the journey despite the difficulties. When we keep pushing forward, even when we feel like quitting, we find that each step brings us closer to the summit. Greatness is not about smooth sailing, it's about how we respond when the storms come. The road to success is rarely easy, but the most successful people are the ones who don't stop when they encounter adversity. They keep going, learning from their challenges, adapting and improving with every obstacle. They rise each time they fall, knowing that every setback is simply another step toward achieving their dreams. So no matter how difficult your journey may seem, remember that success belongs to those who persist, those who rise again and again, stronger and wiser after each challenge. The road to success is not easy, but it is well worth the effort.